everyone, it's it's Joe, or the magical one. I'm doing a stream today, a Twitch stream, which I haven't done in a very, very, very long time. Some of you obviously may be viewing this on YouTube after I've done it, in which case hi to you watching it after the fact. And I wanted to play Caveblazers. Now, I haven't streamed in a very, very long time, but I wanted to test out some new ways of doing it, and some new bits of hardware and software. So if I'm clicking around and doing admin-y things around it, it's just because I'm making sure all my stuff is working. Some slightly new setup stuff and things, and I haven't like optimized it or anything. I've just been messing around. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Caveblazers is a wicked little game. I've been wanting to play it on my YouTube channel for ages, but I've been really busy with things like voice acting work and other bits and pieces, and so yeah, I just haven't had time to do it. So yeah, Caveblazers, let's get stuck in. Now this game is absolutely wicked. It's just really, really good fun. I'm playing it with a controller because it's a little bit easier in that way. I've already started playing this, so it's going to be stuff that you may or may not have seen it. So the premise is you arrive in this kind of like dungeon cave thing, and this old man tells you that there is this dungeon here, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm here to totally loot the dungeon, and he's like, good luck. It's real hard, and basically the more it's a roguelike, so you die often, but the more you do, the more you unlock, and the more you unlock, the more powerful you can become. So this is something I unlocked partway through. These are sort of like permanent upgrades. This says deal more damage and take more damage, which I like being a heavy damage dealer, so it's cool. You've got your melee attacks, and you've got a bow and arrow, which you can fire in sort of various different directions. You've got an outfitter, which allows you to select how you look. Which I am going to change my shirt. Do I have the suspenders? Yeah. So I'm going to give myself these little suspenders. So you can see my beard, mainly, because I always like having a beard. You get different perks. So you get different sort of starting boosts, like different weapons and different power-ups and stuff like that. And you'll get the idea as we go through. Now I'm going to start out with the archer perk. I actually prefer doing melee, but this means that my archery is also reasonably powerful, and it's not too much of a heavy hit to the melee. There's a daily run, so it's like a daily dungeon where you get given specific gear to play with, but it only lets you play it once under that specific gear, and it sort of adds a little difficulty layer. And yeah, I'm just going to get stuck in, really. Let's get in here. So, as you go through these levels, there's a bunch of things to watch out for. You can smash through all kinds of stuff in order to get items and things like that. 20% chance of starting to bleed, slow but very high damage. I'm going to do that for a bit and see how that goes. You can get money, which is very cool. Oh, that sounds amazing. That's phenomenal. It's a bit slow, but it's pretty awesome. So yeah, you can sort of wall jump once, which is cool. You get various different melee weapons, various different ranged weapons as well. Ooh, that blue thing is deadly because if it touches you, it just explodes. Which obviously, as with any game, that's not a good thing. Oh. Sorry, just making sure I don't explode. It's very easy to die. You're quite a fragile creature in this game. Oh, crown ring. What does that do for me? I haven't memorized any of this yet. Causes your heavy attacks to stun targets. That is useful. There's a free blessing. Oh, scum. Life drain blessing. Whoa. Killing an enemy with melee restores 2 health. That is extremely useful. Emerald brace. A metal bracer increases awareness strength. Okay, we're definitely going heavy melee at the moment, which is, as far as I'm concerned, a good thing. Whoop! That was close. +2 health. Yay, we avoided that thing. Again, +2 health. This melee with the health is going to be great. Although, if I can do enemies ranged, I will do. I'm sorry if you guys are getting skipped frames. It's just connection issues. I'm just seeing it pop up as a warning. What's this? Meat. Meat is good. Meat is a health restore. Just try to do this carefully. Sun orb. And another sun orb. When thrown, creates a small blast that suspends nearby entity status for 5 seconds. Okay. Ah, hello, Mr. Steven. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Oh, what I'm also looking out for here is these. These are little hidden switches. You can see you can't really tell. There's only a little texture difference on that block above where my character is. If you hit that, and if I can find several throughout the level, it means I can unlock a little secret door. Take that! Mr. Steven is a lovely friend of mine. He does YouTube videos as well. He is a YouTuber. I've done quite a few videos with him before, so if you get a chance, check out his content. Yeah, got it. Take all that treasure. Treasure. And the health. Beige potion. There's another one of those textures. Ah, there is an ally. Now, allies are kind of cool because it means you've got an extra dude running around the map who will take, who will injure bad guys. However, they also steal loot. Now I've got to be real careful about this because those spikes pretty much one-shot you, but I want to get that. What do I want here? Master Sword Blessing, Ascending Blessing, Magic Wand Blessing. I think I want the sword one because we're going melee. See, yeah, he's taking out bad guys, but if they drop loot, he'll take it for himself, scum. Aether boots. Shockwave. They increase movement speed. I think I want the shockwave, actually. Let's risk the potion as well. Slowness. No, at least that'll only be temporary. We don't want to go through that just yet, so I want to see if I can unlock the secret bit to the level instead. Yeah, that's right. Come to me. Oh, an orcish ring. I think that's strength. +3 melee damage, +10 damage resist range speed. Cool, so we've got really heavy, and look at that slight ranged bit to my sword attack here. We've got really heavy melee attack now. Not much about him. Right, I'm missing one of these textures. Loving that +2 health whenever I kill an enemy. That's really saving my bacon at the moment. I do a lot of damage to the point where I'm one-hitting goblins. That's a very, very good thing to be doing. There's no full damage, so I can hop around to my heart's content. Hey, I made it. Question is, can I find that texture and unlock the secret door? They're not always easy to spot, and sometimes they're also beyond what's normally accessible. So you've got to do things like blow through floor textures and things like that. So I'm looking below as much as I am above. Maybe I'm being blind. If any of you see it, shout to me. Is that it? Hey, there you go. Boom. So, rather than going on to traditional bosses, which is what normally happens as you go on levels, you eventually get to boss level, there's this sort of, on the first level, there's those textures. And if you hit those textures, it opens up this little secret thing, which is like a little challenge mode, which I've tried to beat numerous times and haven't managed to do it yet. So hopefully, we're pretty well kitted out. We'll stand a good chance of doing it today. So the idea being that it's slightly harder than the typical enemies. I don't think you can get me. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it! Okay, I died. Oh, that really sucks, because I had really good gear as well. So yeah, that's if you're gonna go for that little secret thing. But we'll try and just go through bosses and see if we can get some slightly better gear. Like a low-res Castlevania. Kind of, yeah, only it's a roguelike. So there's lots more emphasis on constant dying and re-resing. Ow! Obsidian ring. Reduces damage. Yep, I want that. Butcher's sword. 15, 17 medium. 12, 10 medium. I want that. Constant dying isn't a bad thing then. No, Mr. Steven. Constant dying is not a bad thing. It's kind of a given. It's kind of part of the game. The more you die, the more experience you get. The more experience you get, the better starting gear you can get. So the only way to unlock your starting stuff is by playing and dying. Unfortunately, I don't think you're supposed to quite die as much as I do. I'm not very good at it yet. Let's have a look here. Can I get through here? Yeah, I can get through here. A bomb there, which is useful. I've kind of missed that upper area, but that's fine. What are you guys doing? What I really love is like the combat's really satisfying. Oh, I am so low on health. Do I have anything health-wise? I have nothing. This may be a short run. Unless I can get health, this is going to be a very short run. Jump, jump, attack, attack. Yeah. I can go soul fire without the dying. Well, you know, it's kind of standard. Standard, me dying. I have 2 health. No! Oh, that was so close. How am I going to get through all that? Oh no. I have all the money and none of the health. And jump. Oh, I did it. Beige potion. Now, here's where you get unusual things. Like, the beige potion, it's either going to be a positive thing or a negative thing. Like, the potions can be good and they can also be bad. So, I don't know if this... I clicked off to move my UI and yeah, died. Let's try that again. Yeah. What am I looking for in there? Treasure. Loot. Blessing. Ow. Die. So yeah, as I said already, combat's very satisfying. It's very responsive. Your sword slashes and arrow hits all feel like they land well. I don't know. There is a word for it which I can't think of right now. Of how good your impact feels in the world. But I think it helps with like immersiveness. Max health. Melee damage, range damage, that's good. 2 magic damage, minus magic damage plus melee damage, that's fine. I don't tend to use much magic, so that works well for me. Haha! Sucker! The bat tried to follow me and impaled itself on the spikes. That is a nice thing as well, like enemies sort of get caught up on the same traps you do, so the hazards aren't just for you, they're for everything, so that at least seems fair. But yeah, I watched Terps from the Yogscast play this because the Yogscast put out the game. They didn't design it or anything, but they put it out, and that kind of makes me excited because it's not the first time it's happened where you've got YouTubers now, although like some of them are just creating games about themselves, others are not. You've got guys like Game Grumps doing the Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, which is cool, and I don't know, I'm hoping that it means that large YouTubers with influence are actually making games happen, not just streaming games or creating games for their own means, but because they just love gaming and they want more gaming to happen. That's an exciting thing. Like just the community and industry supporting itself is a cool concept in itself. That's the theory, anyway. Nope, you can just do one. Right, so if... I'll do this bit first. No! No! Scum, do I have any health? I want that. I want that. Shielded, that's something. And what's this going to give me? Any health? Gold. Emerald bracelet. I don't want that. Well, this has taken my health down a lot, so I don't know if I'm going to make it through level 2. Well, at all, frankly, but I will give it a go. Let's have a look here. But yeah, like the whole YouTube gaming community, I think is an awesome thing, and if it's creating enough so much positivity that's meaning we get more games made and more decent games, because this is a wicked little game. It's a decent game, but I think if more things like this can happen from YouTube, which I mean, I love the YouTube community. I think it's fantastic, but I know not everybody sees it as a positive thing. But if stuff like this is coming out of it, then it's definitely a positive thing, because it means more games, more gaming. And I know not everybody gets the whole watching someone play a game thing. I love it. So no! Shame that YouTube gaming is being sidelined a bit because of the changes YouTube are making to their marketing platform. Yeah, a lot of content creators are moving over to Twitch. I mean, even I am streaming on Twitch now, which I haven't done in a very, very long time, because YouTube's kind of going through a lot of changes. But I mean, hopefully, YouTube realize how much they're harming their fan base and will sort its problems out. I don't know, I still think YouTube's a very positive space and can be a very positive space. So I'm still hopeful that it will sort itself out. There's enough people being vocal about the issues that it should be obvious that the copyright problems need sorting by YouTube at this stage. I think they'd have to be blind to not see what they're doing, to not see the harm they're doing. But yeah, in the meantime, we play more video games. And we experience more worlds created by other people. I've actually been replaying Knights of the Old Republic recently because I'm considering giving Star Wars The Old Republic a go. I was in Disneyland Paris doing the half marathon for cancer research recently, which was really good fun. Raised a bunch of money for cancer research, which was really fun. Half marathon was brilliant. But having been on a whole bunch of Star Wars rides, I wanted more Star Wars in my life, so Knights of the Old Republic happened. Then I will be playing through Knights of the Old Republic 2, and then I will play the Old Republic. The Old Republic has been around for a while. It's just an MMO, but it's a very fun MMO, which apparently you can play solo now, which I'm curious about. I'm like, can you actually play a solo? Because if so, it sounds pretty good. But yeah, apparently you can like hire companions and play through the Old Republic, rather than Knights of the Old Republic, which is mildly confusing. They can call it the same thing. But apparently you can play it through solo, which I'm very curious about. Right. Let's go through to level 2. There's always room for Star Wars. Will you be getting Battlefront 2? I might get Battlefront 2. The problem I found is that I didn't play Star Wars Battlefield 1 very much. I only played it with Mr. Steven, who I'm kind of talking to now, and with my friend Alex as well. And when we played together, it was great fun, but the time to play together, I find hard to pin down, because inevitably, most of us were working off and on, and yeah, it made it I died again. It made it less and less likely that I did get to play it online, and with lack of single player, it kind of made it not as fun. I'm going to try a different starting perk. Reduce health, no. I will increase my melee though and see that. Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront is an amazing team game if you've got a team. If you've got friends online you play with regularly, then I would totally recommend Star Wars Battlefront. It's fantastic. For someone like Mr. Steven, who's part of a gaming group called Battle Cattle and things like that, they get to play online with each other more often than I do. So that's great. But for me, when I don't have an online community in that way who want to play with me that often, or as is more likely, I just don't find myself being free, which I suspect is more the issue. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd get the value for money on a AAA brand new release game for 50 odd quid out of Star Wars Battlefront than others would. I'd rather a single player game. I was gutted that the what was going to be some kind of bounty hunter game, that it was supposed to be like a Boba Fett game that was going to be done. When that got cancelled, I was gutted, because that was going to be my Star Wars fix. But that's why I'm thinking of giving the Old Republic a go, because I think it might have scratched that itch, you know? Discord, you say, Steve? Yeah, I might join the Battle Cattle Discord. Say hello, peeps. But yes, controls for Caveblazers, really responsive, really good fun. Doesn't help that I'm not very good at it. I just love this little 8-bit style. It reminds me of things like Hammerwatch, which I've played a bunch of. In fact, I played a bunch of Hammerwatch with Steve, who's in chat at the moment. Yeah, it just reminds me of a lot of games I've enjoyed. Let's have those. Damn it. Right. I'm going to try paying attention. And, you know, actually pay attention to what I'm doing in-game. And see if I can get somewhere. Right. What we need, ideally, is upgraded weaponry, like a sword and a bow. And then, from that, we then need items. We need like some decent rings and some kind of item which is going to give us an advantage over our enemies. Meat's good too, because that'll give us health. So we can have a health boost when we need it. Get out of it. Well, there's no point in fighting him. I'm not going to get us anything. Let's go left. Try paying a little bit more attention. This is always the thing with, you see a lot of YouTubers and streamers who play games and everybody's like, oh, you're terrible at the game, but it's shocking how much trying to have a conversation and play a game at the same time affects your concentration levels. It suddenly becomes a lot harder than you think it's going to. Is there actually anything over here that I want? No, there isn't. They can do one. I'm not going to tackle this blue thing until I have to. What I am going to do is put that ring on and get that health. Got a lot of helpers right here. What's this? Battle Brew. That will be useful. I will pop that before I go somewhere. Right, well at the moment we got some decent gear, but we've still got like vanilla weapons essentially. So we want something a little bit tougher. Which I'm not getting just yet. I'm worried all these guys are just stealing the loot. Nope. Bye. Okay, let's go through level 2. We're always bad at the game, but that somehow makes it more fun. Yeah, Steve, you might be right. In some ways, being bad at it does kind of make it fun. It definitely makes it more likely to be unique. Okay, now I'm actually grateful for these spoony little gits. Ah, that's what we're talking about. Crystal sword. Fast speed, magic damage. Yeah. What's that? Arcane box. Blessing of the aerial light. Oh, we are heavy melee focus right now. Of course, a random event when opened. I don't like the idea of a random event, but what is this random event? Resurrection Wisp. Resurrect the nearest dead adventurer for 50% health. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have. Oh well. Let's see what's in that box. battle brew. That's 2 battle brews I've got. So I'll pop those before doing a boss or something like that. What is this, money? Do I have enough money for that? I don't have enough money for it anyway. A wand. It's equipable. Solid gold wand. Use launch magic projectiles to seek nearby enemies. Okay, just give that a go. Hold on. What does this one do? Gold Skull follows you around. Gold Skull attacks nearby targets. There's something in that. Doing okay. Alright, so jump past that, jump past that. This again has something in it. I think we might be doing it okay. Offering blessing, calamity blessing, aerial blessing, I think we've already got. Let's get the offering blessing. Right. What have we got here? 20 health, yeah, we could do with that. Ranged weapon. Does trident shot, that's very useful. Ring of Thorns, melee damage, and poison damage. What's this? Ranged weapon. Fire Lance. Powerful armors with slight homing effect. That sounds actually even better. Cool, I think we're ready to take on a boss. I think we're pretty ready. Alright, let's go to boss land. Gold Skull is very close to Crystal Skull. Careful, no Crystal Skulls around here. You know my feelings on the Crystal Skull and how it was a horrific waste of the world. Now I've got a buddy with me on a boss, which I've never had before. I thought he'd instantly died there for a minute. Okay, the grub is actually really, I find, a very difficult boss. So bosses have stages, predictably. Like in a lot of games like this, they have their own little tactics and things. Some of the bosses are easier than others. I genuinely don't know which ones are difficult and which ones are harder. Let's take another battle potion. If I can do melee, actually, it's going to be better. I'm much more powerful with melee than I am. Ah! Oh, I've got him on the ropes, I've got him on the ropes! Die! Eat it! Boom, boom, boom! Sweet! Archer's Blessing. We got it! So, that's boss number 1 in the bag. Bit of health, which we need. What's this? Throwable. Throwable. Imbues your next 10 projectiles with poison, making them explode on impact and poisoning enemies. Well, that'll be good if we get to another boss. Now, we've got blue potions and white potions here, but I don't think I've got enough health to risk it. Because if it poisons me, my health is just going to deplete and deplete and deplete. So, Boss Buster. Yeah, I've done one boss. I think calling myself a Boss Buster would be being a bit premature. So now we get onto the much harder elements of... Go away, go away. Oh, a new journal entry. So, yeah, now the levels get harder, basically. as evidenced by the one shot that I just got killed. I say call yourself it whilst you can. Oh, I got a new robe! Yay! Sweet! So I'm going to do one more run and then call it a day. Da-da-da-da-da. Sweet! So yeah, Caveblazers. Good fun, nice way to kind of wild things away. It's nice because it's similar to Binding of Isaac. It's a game you can kind of pick up and put down when you feel like it. The runs can be pretty short, so you don't need to worry about getting like hugely invested. Like, it's not a storyline game per se. So, although I feel there's a little immersive world going on here with all the different creatures and stuff, and there, you know, there are little occurrences of stuff happening, like the little old man at the start talking to you, and I'm looking forward to the more I play it, the more stuff I find out about the world in general. So, yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential to it. What's a whip? Nice! Like Indiana Jones. Yeah, I'd really recommend it, Steve. It's really good fun, just as an easy game, not only just for playing, but no, I wasn't paying attention. Not just as a game for playing, but a game for streaming. It's really fun to pick it up and put it down, and yeah, it does remind me of the kind of ease of playability and leveling system you got in Binding of Isaac. It captures that fun of a roguelike very well. Because I feel like Binding of Isaac is probably one of the best roguelikes out there, just for something that's accessible, not too hard, but there's, once you start looking for depth, you find it everywhere. And that's really sort of streamer friendly as well, you know, that kind of something that you can play casually and still enjoy it, but you could also do it at a more serious level and find the depth to it and go much further with it if you want to. Oh my god, look at all those slimes. No! No, 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 no! Taste my steel! But yeah, playing this with a controller as well is definitely the best plan. Alright, and again, with games like this, there's always that, I'll just play one more time, which I am going to do one more time. That's always a problem with games, some are so in-depth that you really need to carve out hours for them. Yeah, massively true. There's a few games I've tried to play recently where I wanted to do more with it, but like Fallout 4. I loved Fallout 4, I thought it was a really well-made, great fun game, but I couldn't just play it for half an hour. And because I'd leave it, I wouldn't realise where I was, because it's kind of, there's so much to do. I could easily get on a side quest for an hour and then suddenly realise I have no idea what I'm doing in the main quest, you know? I'm going to see what this black potion is. Yay! Positive. So yeah, it's like, I found it hard to get into Fallout 4, and I've kind of let it fall by the wayside in favour of other games, just because I just kind of didn't know what I was doing with it, really. I'm equipping things and I don't know what they do. Oh, that's actually really, really good. What's that? Tenacious Blessing. Yeah, Fallout 4 is great, I have no idea what I'm doing with it. Cool, I'm not actually doing any of that elemental damage at the moment. What on earth is that? Ow! Weird little mini boss kind of thing. I've not encountered that before. That was cool. There's a whole bunch of depth to this game which I haven't covered yet. Things like altars, which can, like, if you've got two of the same item, you can combine them to be a more powerful item. Damn it. Oh, that's me dead. Right. Thank you guys very much for joining me on a Twitch stream, which I have not done in quite some time. Hope you like it. Hope you like the new UI and stuff, background things. And yeah, I'll stream again for you guys sometime soon. And obviously this will be on YouTube as well. So if you're watching on there, thank you guys very much. And I'll see you soon. Bye.